Okay, hello everybody. My name is Brad, or Fensty as I go on Moto and other websites, and I'm here to talk to you about my personal favorite legacy deck, which is Oops All Spells. So, the point of Oops All Spells is to flip your deck over, put everything in your graveyard, and then flash back this fun card called Dread Return to bring back Angel of Glory's Rise, bringing back Azami and Lab Maniac. And then once the Zombie and Lab Maniac are both into play, you tap a wizard, so one of the two of them, to draw from your empty library and win. It's quite fun. I've played it for a few years now. It's the deck I enjoy the most. So, how do you flip your deck over? Especially when there are no lands. So, we have these two dudes. We have Balustrade Spy and Undercity Informers. Two cards from Gate Crash, mostly just saw draft, mill your opponent, mill yourself, yada yada yada. So, Balustrade Spy costs 4 mana. Undercity Former costs 4 total to mill, since you need to pay 1 to sack him after you cast him. How do you make mana without lands? Well, in the wonderful world of Legacy, we have fun cards. So, we have Spirit Guides. So we have 4 Simian Spirit Guides. You exile them from your hand, add red to your mana pool. And 4 Elvish Spirit Guides, which are the same thing except you make green instead. So you can you exile them from your hand, make some mana. We also have 8 0-drop artifacts. 4 Lotus Petals, which you can play, sack, add one of any color. And 4 Chrome Mox. Now, Chrome Mox, you have to put a card under it, so you imprint it and you can't use that card anymore. But that's fine. Usually you'll end up putting a black card under it in the first game. So, you have those 4. Next, you have Manamorphose. And so what Manamorphose lets you do is it not only draws you a card, but it allows you to turn your Spirit Guides, these two dudes, into black mana, so you can cast your ritual effects, like Dark Ritual and Cabal Ritual. Granted, you may be able to do that already with the Chrome Mox and Lotus Petal, but little redundancy never hurts. So, after that, we also have 4 Gitaxian Probes and 4 Street Wraiths. So, you're really only playing a 52-card deck, because these 2 cards just cost 2 life, and your life, for the most part, isn't really relevant. So you can see what your opponent has, which is quite helpful because we also run 4 Pact of Negation. So this is pretty much just game 1, you protect your combo, your opponent's like, oh crap, they got me. So, once you play Undercity Informer or Balustrade Spy and target yourself and flip your deck over, what it's going to do is it's going to trigger these lovely things called Narcomoebas. Narcomoeba, whatever. So what happens with these is when they go right from your deck to your graveyard, you can put them into play. Which is wonderful because we need creatures to not only flashback Dread Return, which needs 3, but to also flashback Cabal Therapy. So what we do with Therapy is once we flip the deck over, we can target our opponent named Force of Will or Spell Pierce or something to try and keep our combo from being disrupted. It's also helpful in case you get stuck with Angel, Azami, Lab Maniac, or Dread Return in your starting hand, because you can then Therapy yourself and put it into play. And this wonderful Bridge from Below allows us to replace our Narcomoebas as they get sacrificed. That way we always make sure we have enough creatures to activate Dread Return. There's a few other versions of the deck that I've seen, one of which, instead of running Angel of Glory's Rise, Azami, and Lab Maniac, instead runs Underworld Cerberus. So what the Underworld Cerberus will do is you bring it into play, and you sack it to a Cabal Therapy, and bring back all the creatures from your graveyard to your hand. So actually, they do play the Lab Maniac. I'm getting myself confused. So bring back the Lab Maniac, and they also run what's called a Wild Canter. Wild Canter is a 1-mana red-green hybrid. Play it, and you can sack to add 1 of any mana. So once you return everything to your hand, you play a Wild Canter with one of these 2 dudes, one of the Spirit Guides, sack it to make a blue, and then use the other Spirit Guides to play the Lab Maniac, and then cycle a Street Wraith to win. It's too many spells for me, and I'm not really a fan of it. There's another version that runs, I'm blanking on the name of it. It's a 7-drop zombie that when it enters play, you can exile any number of creatures from your graveyard. It gets combined power and toughness from them. I think it's from one of the core sets a couple years ago. But anyway, what they'll do is they'll do that, and then they'll run a Dragon Mantle. I think it's, no. I'm blanking on card names. It's wonderful. It's a red drop. It's a red enchantment that if you put a creature with 6 CMC higher into play, you slap it on and you give it haste. So pretty much you crash into your opponent with this giant, like, 20-something creature. I don't like that either, since you only have 1 card and they can easily just swords it and you're dead. With this version, they technically need 3 pieces of removal to kill you. Because you can just wait to draw a card until either, let's say you played a pact, you can wait till the pact triggers on the stack, or just wait till you draw a card naturally during your turn, and they have to respond. Of course, usually you'll end up probing or therapying them, so you'll see what they have in their hands. You know it's just clear to tap 1 and win the game. So, the one big issue to this deck is you are all in on the graveyard. Which means, against cards like Rest in Peace, Relic of Progenitus, wow, I am blanking on so many card names. Cage, they just kill you. So that's why in game 2, you don't care about your graveyard, because you board into Empty and Charbelcher. So I mean, granted, Rite of Flame does care about the graveyard a bit, but that's minor. It's more just jumping you from 1 to 2 so you can like cast a Manmorphose and start going. So when you flip out your deck, your opponent brings in graveyard hate that is essentially pointless against you. So then you can go turn 1 empty for like 12 dudes and they're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. So I played this at an open in Worcester, Massachusetts last year, and did 7-2 on day 1, and then made it to day 2, but day 2 could have gone a lot better. I went 1-4-1. Still got money. I was happy. I had fun. Fun's the important part, because if you're not having fun, why are you playing this game to begin with? Okay, so let's pop over to the play lobby. I'm just gonna play some games with myself to show how the deck runs. So let's see, what do we have here? So we have, this is a terrible hand. So usually for your starting hands for these, you want to have either an Undercity Informer or Balustrade Spy in your starting hand, because it just makes it easier, because you know you have your payoff card. Then you have redundancy with everything else, with like the Spirit Guides, and the Petal and Mox, and the Rituals. So there's plenty of redundancy. So I'm going to mulligan this to 6. This is just as bad of a 6. I mean, you can win with 4. You can get like the correct 4 cards and just straight up win. So if you have one of the payoff cards, if you have a Petal or a Mox and like a Dark Ritual, 2 Dark Rituals or a Dark and a Cabal Ritual, get you to 4 mana and you're good to go. I guess I'll play this since I'm technically drawing 3 cards. It's going to let me scry and draw a 4th, so I'll keep this. Let's see, I'm going to put this on the bottom since I already have my payoff card. So let's see, I drew another Informer. That's just my luck. I'm going to probe myself because that's all I can do. And draw another Cabal Ritual. Okay, so I've got enough mana. We just got to get to 2 mana first. So let's cycle this one. Get a Pact of Negation. Okay, fine. Cycle this one. Get a Lotus Petal. So we're 1 mana away now. So we'll just pass turn. Draw next turn. We got a Spirit Guide. Okay, so now we got it. So play the Lotus Petal, crack it for black, exile this for red. We'll play 1 Cabal Ritual and 2 Cabal Rituals. So I'll play the Undercity Informer. It's going to make me tap out the mana. Click it, target myself, sack it, and there's my deck. It's beautiful. Now I have to put all these on the stack, put them all into play. There we go. And for whatever reason, Moto makes my graveyard disappear, which is kind of annoying, so make it reappear. So now, normally, like if I was playing against an opponent, I would Cabal Therapy them, name Force of Will. I mean, I probed them already, so I'd probably know if they have it in there already. So I can go for Dread Return. So I'm going to find the Angel Glory's Rise, is down here. Click on that, and I'm going to sack these duders. I was going to trigger Bridge, which is fine. There's no point in... there's really no point in putting the zombies into play, because this is going to exile all of them anyway. Bring back all these dudes. So I could activate a zombie, and well, I'll tap the Lab Maniac this time. And I win! I beat myself. And that's what the deck is. Let's do another one. So let's see. It's got lots of mana. No payoff card. No way to cycle. So I'd probably mulligan this. Informer, Spy, Petal. I can keep this. I'm 1 mana, 2 mana away, which can happen. I'm gonna. I'll put that on top because that can help me. Cycle Street Wraith, get a Pact of Negation. So in the main deck, you're not playing any storms. You can just go ahead and just play out the Lotus Petals, let them sit. Like if you know your opponent's playing Jund, then maybe not Jund or Bug. The other thing is the other card that I forgot about completely when talking about the Graveyard Hate is Deathrite Shaman. Deathrite Shaman is my least favorite card to see against this deck. I don't even care about Force. That's fine. You are all in with this deck. You know what you're getting yourself into. But if my opponent goes turn 1 Deathrite Shaman, I'm like, crap. Because that means for the most part I have to go off that turn. Because if I don't play anything, they're going to know, okay, I'm most likely on a graveyard strategy, so I cannot tap down this Deathrite Shaman. So I have to keep something up so I can use it. And I played a guy once, and he went turn 1 Deathrite Shaman, and then I killed him, and he was not a happy camper at all. This hand is wonderful. Yeah. He was not a happy camper. It was actually pretty entertaining, if I do say so myself. Because then I killed him, I emptied on like turn 1 of game 2 for like 12 goblins, and he was just dead. Or no, I belched him. So let's see, I gotta discard. I'm just gonna discard one of the spies. Yeah, no, this is not going anywhere. I can't even cycle the Manamorphose. I mean, you do get some funky games with this. Like, I have had a game where I drew 3 Narcomoebas, and then you're just dead, because you don't have enough creatures to bring back. Okay, so I guess I can go this now, because I can cycle these, play the Manamorphose, and play a Cabal Ritual, so I can at least get the Informer out. Let's see that. Make black. And Manamorphose, with this deck, I always make black-red. It doesn't matter if it's mainboard or sideboard, because the mainboard you can just cycle into another Manamorphose. Sideboard, the black you could use with Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual. The red you can use with Seething Song and Rite of Flame. Let's see. Red, black. I drew a Chrome Mox. Beautiful. Let's play this first. I guess the Chrome Mox, I can just slap the Narcomoeba under, and then just play Balustrade Spy. And there we go. And I actually, if I can, I like to play Balustrade Spy instead of Undercity Informer, because it gives you another body to sacrifice. That's the one downside to Undercity Informer, is that you have to sacrifice it. Which means, with Undercity Informer, you need 3 Narcomoebas in your graveyard. With Balustrade Spy, you could hypothetically draw 2 of them and still win, because you have the third body with the Balustrade Spy. So let's see, Dread Return. I don't know why it does these funny, like, highlighting things and everything. I think Moto's just drunk. It's quite possible. Get my bridge triggers. Get all this fun stuff. And yeah, it brings back the Undercity Informers, too, which I have to pay attention to when I'm actually playing paper. That's the nice thing about this. I don't have to miss any of the triggers. So, for sideboarding. So, let me find an opponent. Maybe there's someone out here playing Legacy right now. No, of course not. There's no matches waiting to be opened. Okay, so anyway, the board is you bring in all 15. Always. All 15. You board out the Angel, Azami, Bridge, Lab Maniac, 4 Narcomoebas, so that's at 8. Dread Return is 9. Now, so you have 6 cards left. You're always going to board out at least 2 Balustrade Spies. If your opponent's playing any blue deck, you board out all 4 of them and 2 Undercity Informers. So you keep the packs in, because the packs can help protect Goblin Charbelcher kills. They don't help with Empty the Warrens because they don't make hasty goblins. That would be way too good. Be hilarious, but way too good. If your opponent's not playing a blue deck, like if they're playing Elves or Burn or something, you take out the 4 packs and only 2 Spies. You don't really cast the Spies or the Informers in Game 2. They're mostly used to slap under Chrome Mox. You have a black source to play Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, and Therapy. Since Therapies you can cast in the second game, third game, if you probe and see something you don't like. Like, I played against someone, I boarded back. See, Game 3 gets to be the mind game, because then you are either still on the Empty Belcher plan, or you've gone back to the Azami Lab Maniac plan. And, like, whenever I play this in paper, I just smash everything together and pull out 15. So much fun. So I was once on the Empty Belcher plan. Or no, I was on the Lab Maniac Azami plan. And I probed my opponent and saw Fairy Macabre. He's playing, I think, Dredge? I can't remember exactly what. But I saw that, I'm like, well, that kills me. So I'm like, I have to like draw into Cabal Therapy. And I finally drew into enough mana to play and cast the Cabal Therapy, but it was one turn too late. I was dead. So the deck is a blast to play. Like I said, it's the all-in deck of all-in decks. Like if you don't give a crap about what your opponents play and you want to play what you want to play, this is the deck for you. So now let me bring it over to wonderful MTG Goldfish with the pricing. So online, it's actually not that bad. It's like $160, which is definitely budget for a legacy deck. Spirit guides, the Elvish Spirit guides cost a whole bunch. Maybe they'll start putting them in the treasure chest. That'd be kind of cool. Um, Packs are only like $8 online each, which isn't terrible compared to, well, you'll see when I get to the paper price. LEDs are like 15, 14.50-ish. Petals, moxes, so nothing too out there. Paper. Now, luckily, I built this back when LEDs were like $80, so I still have my set of LEDs, and I paid like I think about this much for the set that I have, maybe a little more. So now a good chunk of this price in this deck, so it's like 500 E5, so it's like 3.5 times more, give or take. So you have your packs, which cost like 105. Your LEDs, which there are only 2 of them. And the thing is, there's other boards where like other players will play like a wish board or something like that and have like a completely different main board. This is the main board I've been playing for years, and it's what I'm comfortable with. And there's other ones so you won't need to buy the LEDs. So like the LEDs are like a good chunk of this price. So without them, it's like 260 cheaper. So that's like 320, which is still budget. The LEDs are just used for Belcher kills. I guess you can also use them while you're just going through an empty spell just to like get another spell. So like the deck's not incredibly expensive. Like it's definitely cheaper than almost every other legacy deck that I can think of, and I enjoy playing it. I will be streaming with it at some point, probably going through some legacy leagues where I will either stomp people's faces in or have my own face stomped in. Maybe both over the course of 5. It's definitely likely because the deck kills itself just as much as it dies to other people. I also love playing it at tournaments because your matches take like maybe 15 minutes. Like 15 minutes might be a long match. So you never run into lines at the bathroom. And if you've ever gone to a big Magic tournament, you know what that is like, and that just drives me crazy. So yeah, let's see. Let me try one more time. Oh, here we go. Let's join a game. Let's see what my opponent's playing here. I rolled a 6, so I have to go first. Awesome. I like going first with this deck. So let's see. Petal, Ritual, Undercity Informer, Spy. I guess I'll keep this. I'll probably just play the Petal and pass turn. Play Petal. One more mana, I'd be able to go off this turn. I have to therapy myself to get the Dread returned into my graveyard, so this is a bit funky of a hand. Let's see what my opponent plays. A Bayou. So let's see. Deathrite Shaman? Oh, it's got to be Deathrite Shaman. Which means my opponent's probably on. Oh, it's Elves. That was my next guess. Was Elves? Okay. So this means I've got a Pact. So I'll just pass turn again. I think I probably have another turn. I'm not dead quite yet. All I need to draw is just any mana source, and then I can go off. Might beat me with that dude for a damage. Makes sense. I don't blame him. I'd do it too. We played a Dryad Arbor. Okay. No Deathrite Shaman? The longer it is till they play Deathrite Shaman, the happier I get. Wirewood Symbiote. Okay. Let's see, what am I drawing this time? Another Pact of Negation. Are you, like, serious? Like, why is this deck tormenting me? I say just don't do anything this turn. I'm just going to discard a Pact, like... Doesn't do anything here. I might just be dead here, too. Like, so there's 4 Petals, 4 Mox, 4 spirit guides, 8 spirit guides total, so that's 16, 15 cards. Plus either a Dark Ritual or a Cabal Ritual, so that's another 7. So there's 22 cards I could have drawn that would have helped me go off. Let's see. And then there's all the cyclers. Shuffling up the actual deck because I have it sitting in front of me, and I split a sleeve. It was a Lotus Petal I split, of course. Yep, I've F6 and just shuffle up the actual deck just to So what he? Okay, so he bounced it, untapped the Dryad Arborist, and I can play it again. Oh, Symbiote. Okay, that works too. Well, so let's see. Ranger is what? Return, untap a creature. So they can bounce the Bayou to untap the Dryad Arbor, play the Bayou again, make more mana. Yep, there we go. If this is all they're doing this turn, I'm really not too concerned. Oh! Ah! Well then. That's a bit of a rude awakening. Oh, they're both untapped target creature, okay. Yeah, Guy's Cradle, I was not expecting that. I don't think I'm dead this turn. Maybe I am. Yeah, I was not expecting to play against Elves. Elves is a slower combo deck. I actually played this deck against Reed Duke at the SCG Open. He was playing Elves, and I managed to beat him in round 3, I think, and it was fun. I was definitely like really nervous that match. I'm not usually nervous for matches anymore after playing for so long. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, am I? Hold on. So that's gonna be that. So there's 10, 6, 6. Yeah, I'm dead. Ah, got me. Concede game. Okay, supporting plan. Take all 15 of these, shove them in here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then the 2 spies. So down to 60 cards. I'll be on the play, and maybe I can actually win a game. I can't believe I didn't draw a mana source any of those turns, or like a cycler or anything. That's a little rare for the deck to do, but it can happen. The deck is quite random. Let's see. Opponent's still thinking. Because they never saw anything except 1 Lotus Petal. So they might know I'm on Oops All Spells. They might not. So maybe I didn't even need to board. Because they literally just saw... Oh, and I discarded a Pact of Negation. Which probably says I'm on combo. What if I had discarded the Spire, the Informer, the Jig would have been up. I guess I could have discarded the Treasure turn I had in my hand. Whoops. Okay. I will play first. I have an empty... Yeah, I guess I gotta keep this. I got the payout card, and that's the important part. They're still thinking. Okay, let's go. Probe. Target you. Green Sun, Therapy, Forest, and... Green Sun... Therapy, Green Sun, and Lands. Okay. And I drew a Belcher. Of course. Probably gonna crack, get a Bayou, and then therapy me? Nope, play the green sun to get. Oh no, no. He's probably gonna therapy and whiff. What's he gonna name? Cabal therapy. Name's Cabal Ritual. Okay. So he gets my ritual, that's fine. He sees a bunch of red cards. Let's see, I drew an Informer. Lovely, nothing I'm doing here. Yeah, I can't do anything yet. I need another mana. Hitting the ritual is really not the worst. Let's see. I'm probably not going to win this one, though. I kept it because I had the empty, and it's usually what my game plan is. I want to have one of the kill conditions in my starting hand, because not drawing them is a beating. Opponent's doing my work for me. Dryad Arbor. Just going to Green Sun for another Dryad Arbor. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that happens. Forgot about that interaction. There goes my empty. So they're going to see Charbelcher, and it's going to be funny. Name's Manamorphose. Okay, or that. Yep, there go my 2 Manamorphose. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, no, I'm not winning this one. I'm out of here. What would I have drawn? Petal, Rite of Flame. Yeah, no, that wasn't happening. Okay, so that didn't go so well. But now you see how the board plan works, what cards I boarded and board out. So yeah, that's about all I got for now. If you have any questions, feel free to bother me, either comments or find me on Tumblr or bother me on MTGO, since my name is Fensty. I'm easy to find. So thank you for watching, and I'm out of here.